welcome to another studio vlog. I have got two different filming setups. So I have this tiny little tripod that's on my shelves, mount thing for the phone, and then this camera. So I'm gonna try and chat and pack some orders, and I thought I'd see if I could like film it two different ways. We'll see if this works. This is actually attempt number 2 because I thought I was recording and then realised I wasn't. So, good start. Anyway, I thought it would be nice to have a little chat as well. We're actually now in November. So yeah, I thought it's kind of coming up to the end of the year. So I thought I would sort of talk about like, yeah, how this year has been. Not how 2020 has been generally, because we all kind of know how rubbish 2020 has been, but just kind of looking back at how I feel like I've done, the goals that I set, and yeah, maybe sort of start thinking about goals that I want to set for 2021. Crazy number. Let's trim this down first of all. Oh, you can see the arm of the thing in the... Can I do this? Can I actually pack orders, try and film on two different things at the same time and have a chat? I'm not really sure if I can, but it's an experiment. I think on the last studio vlog I said that I was out of the yoga robots that I was giving away free in every order, and I made some other like little tiny like stickers of me, but I then found that I'm not out of the yoga robots stickers at all. I've got loads of them. So I'm going to go back to giving these away. Yeah, at the start of this year, I thought I was going to do this. I'd read this book and it was called The 12-Week Year. And basically the idea was that you create kind of New Year's resolutions, but that you do them like every 3 months. And I thought this idea was brilliant. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get so much done. And yeah, things didn't really go according to plan. And I made, there's a video which I will link to if you want to see what I'd planned on doing. I haven't rewatched the video, but I think one of the goals was that I wanted to have like more Etsy sales. I didn't achieve that in the time frame, like the 3 months time frame that I was going for, but I did actually, like, this year has been like so much better for me on Etsy, but mainly because before I really wasn't doing very well at all. And I think that was just mainly because I didn't have so many products in my shop and I wasn't sort of talking about my shop like very much. Like sometimes you can be lucky and like things can kind of catch on really quickly, but sometimes it does take a while. And I think, yeah, I just wanted to let you know that if you see me like packing orders and you think like I'm doing like really, really well, like for ages I had like hardly any sales. But yeah, at the beginning of this year, I had something like 100 sales, and yeah, so my goal, I was planning, like I really wanted to get like 100 more sales, and now I think I'm up to like 600 and something. I would love to get like 1,000 sales. Yeah, that's my kind of milestone that I'm aiming for now. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that by the end of the year. I know that I'm gonna get there eventually, which I think is kind of nice. And I think, yeah, when you do start seeing that kind of growth, and when you sort of start hitting those like smaller milestones, then you can kind of imagine hitting like the bigger ones. But yeah, I also wanted to talk about Etsy as well, because I know a couple of different people that I watch, they've mentioned it on their studio vlogs. I know that April somebody was asking her about why is it that some people's shops seem to do like well really quickly. And another thought that I had on that was sometimes somebody might have been growing like a social media sort of presence, or, you know, they've been like practicing for ages and ages, and then they open a shop. So it might not be that they've just literally started like picking up a pencil and then they've opened a shop. Sometimes it looks like somebody's just started, but actually there's like hours and hours of work, like researching like marketing and like how to make a good product and honing their skills and things like that. So yeah, sometimes you might look at other people and you might think, oh, they've only just started and they're already doing like really well, but actually it takes like a really long time to build these things up. And then the other thing is sometimes you do just get a couple of people that do well straight away, but the majority of people, it does like take a lot of time to like build up an audience and build up like a product line as well. All of this sort of takes time, and I'm definitely finding that I'm doing a lot better now that I've got a lot more products, because it's like you have more chances of people sort of stumbling across your work, especially on Etsy, I think, because it's like, yeah, people have more of a chance of finding you the more listings that you have, and then they might see one thing and then go into your shop and then, yeah, like see something else that they like as well. I've got more of these sticker sheets coming. I mentioned this in the last video. But yeah, these ones, and also the cats. I will show you the drawer. I don't even know if you can see, but I've got literally 2 stickers left of the plants and of the cats. Yeah, I've got some more arriving this week, should be Thursday. And I do make my own stickers. So the autumnal ghosts, which are these ones, cozy woodland animals, which are these ones. But yeah, and then these Christmas cats, I've made all of these on the Cricut machine. But yeah, then these ones I get manufactured just because I had them manufactured before. So I kind of want to like keep it the same. So this is going to Lauren. But yeah, one tip I would definitely give with Etsy is, yeah, definitely trying to like specialize with like a theme and also with the type of products that you sell. So at the moment I'm just focusing on like quite small things. So I'm focusing on enamel pins and stickers and patches. So they're all like fairly small things. And I would actually quite like to do some other products as well. Like I'd love to do mugs. Like, yeah, I'd love to do my own mugs. So I've made mugs before, like with print on demand. So like this ghosty one, I've done that before with print on demands, but I've actually stopped all the print on demand stuff for now, just because I really like packaging my own things and I kind of really want to make my own mugs in the future. So I think that's going to be one of my kind of plans for next year, to like get a mug press and do my own mugs. I think that would be really, really exciting. I'd love to know what people do with these, if they put them like on their jackets or their bags. I've only got massive glassine bags left because Tom was actually so good. Yeah, he's been packaging up all of my pins, and so we ran out of bubble wrap. And so once all the bubble wrap ones have gone, we're going to be sending the pins out in these little glassine bags. It now means that I'm completely out of the glassine bags. I just remembered I had these tiny bags from when I did that illustration fair. So I'll just pop that in there. And pop in a yoga robot as well. The other thing I would say about Etsy is that when people do product launches, like when you see a product launch, obviously there's going to be a lot more orders that you're packing, like just after you open an Etsy shop or after you're doing like an update or something. So I think, yeah, sometimes when people like might see somebody doing a launch and they see all like however many orders there are, it can look like quite a lot, but sometimes then you don't realize that then things kind of like slow down after that, which I think is like fine. I think if you see somebody do a launch and you see like them with bags and bags of parcels. But yeah, obviously just after a launch, they're going to have a lot more orders than they would normally. And I think as well, like, we want to kind of like celebrate when things are going well. Yeah, so we'll talk about when like a shop launch has gone well, but we won't necessarily say if orders have like gone down. But yeah, I think so long as you're like improving in some way, yeah, whether you're making like products that you're more happy with or you're like growing an audience, yeah, like at the beginning, lots of these things you can feel like you're making absolutely no progress, but then suddenly, you know, things like start falling into place. And not to say that I've got everything figured out, because I definitely don't. And a lot of people will like look at my number of sales and be like, oh no, like she's really tiny. And yeah, my shop is still very small, and like some people are going to be making, you know, maybe 10 times the amount of orders that I'm doing, but I can see like the amount of progress that I've made this year is like huge. It's 6 times the amount I was making at the beginning of the year. Like I had hardly any orders coming in. But yeah, so I think I'm doing well. It's hard to say, like, no, I think it's important to like celebrate when you think you're doing well. When me and Tom were doing these boxes, we made a mistake and stamped them on the wrong side, because that's the side that the label's go on, but never mind. But yeah, I thought I could say what I thought has worked well for me with Etsy as well, even though I still feel like I've got a lot to learn. Maybe it will be helpful either if you have an Etsy shop or if you're sort of thinking of starting one. It can be quite helpful to like have some like tips and things. Okay, tips. So start with a small amount of the product. You don't need to order like hundreds and hundreds and then find that they don't sell. The Cricut is actually really useful, even though it's an investment. I think that's really useful because I don't need to print out like hundreds and hundreds of stickers of like one design. So I thought it might be fun to talk about like goals and things for next year as well. So there's a few different like products that I want to introduce to my shop. I'd really love to do my own mugs. So I'd really like to get like a heat press. Yeah, so I'd like to get a heat press and like a sublimation printer. I was watching Tink Illustrations. She's started making her own mugs. Yeah, she's actually done them by like getting another company to like do the sublimation printing for her, and then she's just been doing the heat press. But yeah, so mugs is something that I would definitely like to do. But yeah, another thing I was considering, I'd really like to do some more portraits. And I've offered portraits before in my shop, but they were like pencil portraits, which like, you know me, I love my coloured pencils, but sometimes it's a little bit more nerve-wracking when you're doing like an original for somebody, and also when it's a portrait of somebody. If you do it a little bit wrong, it's just not going to look like them. And I know like I have my style, so I never said it's gonna look like a sort of photorealistic like portrait, but I'd like to like, yeah, do digital portraits and then maybe print them. I do already have a printer, so maybe I could like do a kind of test and see how it works. But yeah, because I think the printer I've got, even though I've had it a while, I think it is like a fairly good printer, and it's what I use to like print my stickers as well. So I have a Canon Pixma something or other. Yeah, I think next year I'd really like to start offering custom portraits, but yeah, digital ones, and then I'd print them out and send them off to people. Bluebell cats. And then I just want to do a lot more pins because you know me, I love pins. Yeah, so I've got a couple of different ideas for pins that I want to do. I think another one of my goals is I just want to be a lot more kind of organised for like different sort of launches. So for like autumn, Halloween, Christmas, maybe even Valentine's Day, I want to like have the products out way in advance so I can, you know, do the marketing, and so they can actually be ready for people to buy at these times. One of my huge goals that I want to try and do is actually plan out like my whole year for different products that I want to do. Yeah, I'm going to plan out the whole year, decide when I want to do product launches, what kind of things I want to do, and then sort of work backwards and work out how long it's going to take to like manufacture it, how long it's going to take to design it, to do the photography and all of those things. That sounds really exciting, even though I feel like I'm not naturally an organized person, but I actually really love planning stuff out. And I think especially if it's something that you're really passionate about, it's kind of really exciting to just like plan where you want to go and what things you want to do. So I think that is that pretty much packed up. Yeah, I don't know if I've actually been making any sense throughout this. I thought I could chat and pack. I hope that it's been interesting. I hope I've given you a couple of tips. And yeah, I hope it's been interesting sort of hearing what I want to do in the future. I'm going to post these and then I'm going to tidy this up and take some photos for the stickers, cat stickers that you would have seen in the last video, which these will definitely be on my shop by now. It's that whole past and future thing, like they're going up on my this Wednesday, but it's your last Wednesday. So I hope you enjoyed that very chatty, rambly packing video. Let me know if you're thinking about like 2021 already, and if you're starting to make like New Year's resolution and goals. I was actually thinking I might do another like sit down video where I sort of do like a wrap up of my year and talk about like the different goals that I've had this year, have I met them, and like what goals I want to do for next year. So that video is going to be coming up. And I also really want to do like a kind of Etsy tips video, so I thought I'd also do that around New Year, just in case you're planning on starting your own Etsy shop, or if you just want a few more like tips. Not that I am an expert in any way, but I've definitely learned some things. If I can pass on a little bit of my knowledge, then hopefully that'll be helpful to you. So if you have any questions about Etsy for like the Q&A video, then leave them in the comments and let me know that they're for the Q&A Etsy video. And that's going to be it for this video. I think I said video 5 times in one sentence there. So I did actually film the rest of the week, but because I rambled on so much, I thought I'd just have this video as just like a kind of casual chatting packing video, and I'm saving the rest of the week for next week's studio vlog. And I hope you're well. I'm sending you lots of love, and I hope you've had a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.
Thank you for coming. I know that you're trying to do anything to make me smile.